In this video, we're going to give some rough sketches of a couple quadratic functions. Let's take a look at this function, x minus 1 all squared plus 2. This quadratic function is already in vertex form, and we know its vertex is 1, 2. Since we know the vertex is 1, 2, this means we could draw our xy plane and plot a point at 1, 2. This is going to be the vertex of our parabola, and we can check over here for the coefficient in front of our squared term. It's a positive number, so this parabola is going to open in the upwards direction. So let's take a moment just to think about why this is the case. If we look at x minus 1 all squared, we know that this type of transformation is a shift to the right by 1 unit. Similarly, this plus 2 that we have at the very end is a shift up in the y direction 2 units. This means if we start with our base function, which is y is equal to x squared, and we apply both of these shifts, that is, we shift over to the right 1, and we shift up 2 units, this is going to be the place of our new vertex at the point 1, 2. So applying these shifts to our base function actually leads us to this picture over here with our vertex at 1, 2, and our new function f of x is equal to x minus 1 squared plus 2. So what if we want to graph this function, x squared minus 4x plus 6? Well, we've seen the completing the square technique. That's going to get us into vertex form. And if we have vertex form, it's fairly easy for us to graph the function. So we take a look at our b term here, which is negative 4. We're going to take negative 4, divide by 2, and square. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and when we square that, we should get a positive 4. So we need to add and subtract 4. Our first three terms are going to factor into x minus 2 squared. And then we have negative 4 plus 6, which is 2. This tells us that the vertex of the parabola must be at the point 2, 2. So we can go ahead and plot that vertex here on the xy plane. Here's 2, 2. And I know that this parabola is going to open upwards because the coefficient in front of the x squared bracket here is positive. So here's a rough sketch of the parabola x squared minus 4x plus 6.